Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Jado31, or Jeff, and I'm here posting my second YouTube video. So I posted my first YouTube video this past Monday, and let me just tell you, I was really hesitant and actually kind of nervous to post it. I'm not one to post on social media, whether it be obviously YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. I do have all of them, and I'm basically just a spectator. So I'll scroll through Facebook and I'll scroll through Instagram and things like that. I do comment on videos in YouTube, but I've never made my own. And so before making that first video, I was nervous and hesitant to upload it. And, let me just say that I am so happy that I did. It's been a lot of fun, after I posted it. I'm hesitant and I was nervous to post it. And then I post it and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I just posted a video. That's weird. That's not like me. And then, I think after the first comment that I got, it was very welcoming. And I was like, oh, wow, cool. Okay. And then, I got more comments, and then it almost became addicting. Like I was checking my phone every hour, looking, seeing if I got any new comments, anything like that. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and I could really truly understand now why people do it. So anyways, and anybody, let me just say, anybody that watched my first video, and are here now because they watched my first video and subscribed and decided, they like what I was showing or saying or anything like that. Thank you very much. And I'm very grateful that you're back here now watching the second video. And anybody that's not here because they watched the first video and this is just popping up in their feed randomly, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you'll, want to watch my future videos. So anyways, again, if you did watch my first video on Monday, you saw that I showed a 1994 Collector's Choice Billy Wagner Gold Signature Edition. And that's a nostalgic card for me, not necessarily the Billy Wagner, but more so the Collector's Choice Gold Signature cards. And so when I bought that card, I ended up buying a second card in the same set with that. And I mentioned that in the video, and I mentioned I'd make a video when that card showed up and I'd show it. So that card did show up. Showed up yesterday, and I was really fiending to make a video yesterday to show it. But then there was also another part of me that said, well, I can't really start my YouTube journey by showing two 1994 Collector's Choice cards when I claim to be mostly a vintage collector. So I decided to wait an extra day because I did get another card in the mail today that is vintage. And so I'll show both of those today. And it also worked out because it's Friday, just got off work. My wife is out of town again, surprisingly. She doesn't go out of town that often, but she was out of town on Monday for my first video for work. And then she came home, and then now she's up in Northern California. We live in Southern California. She's up in Northern California visiting a friend. So I'm here. It's Friday. I'm off work. I don't got anything to do. It's a little early, but poured a little bourbon, but that's okay. So I'm going to show two cards, and I'll explain I'll show the Billy Wagner again, just because, go with the other card that I bought. But I'm going to show them and explain why I bought them, and we'll go from there. So once again, if you saw my video Monday, you saw that I had purchased this. So this is the 1994 Collector's Choice Billy Wagner. This showed up on Monday. This is the gold signature version. I had mentioned that friends, me and my friends, when we were kids, we would buy tons of Collector's Choice because they were cheap and we were broke. And you'd always pull a silver signature in every pack. And those were fun. But I think you used to get one gold signature per box. And so, whenever we pulled a gold signature, which was pretty rare as much as Collector's Choice we bought, we would all be so jealous and we'd want that card. And so when I saw this on eBay, I wanted a Billy Wagner card, and so I bought it because I don't think there was many. I had said in my last video, I don't think there's a ton of them out there. I mean, I think there are, right? It's collector's choice. There was a ton. Gold signatures, 1 per box. I just didn't think there was that many graded, you know, and I wanted a graded version of it, and I saw this and put an offer and got it. So this is what leads up to my second card that I bought in this set. This showed up on Monday. And then the second card that I bought from that set, and this is probably the only other card that I want in that set. Well, I take that back. This is not going to be the Michael Jordan in that set, you know, his baseball rookie. But I do want that card. I do collect Michael Jordan. I'm actually from Chicago originally, and so growing up in the 90s with the 90s Bulls was incredible. And so Michael Jordan was obviously my favorite basketball player. And so I do collect Michael Jordan. I'm a big Michael Jordan collector. And so I do want his gold signature of that card as well. But I don't need it graded. I don't buy graded Jordan cards. That's strictly just a PC. I collect him. I buy all his stuff ungraded. And I actually just started putting all of my better Jordans or insert Jordans, things like that, in Mag Pros. So I got to create labels and do all that for that. But that's what I'm going to do with my Jordans. So besides that Jordan, the only other card that I think I'm worried about getting in that set, in the gold signature, is, well, this came today or yesterday, and I already got it ready to pull open, but is, well, let me unsleeve it from that, avoiding the guarantee. But is the 1994 Collector's Choice Alex Rodriguez in the gold signature. So I have his regular base. I have the signature, silver signature. So I probably should have showed both of those as well, so I can kind of show the rainbow, if you will, for the 1994 Collector's Choice. But I just thought it was a beautiful card. You know, I like Alex Rodriguez. I think I have most of his rookie year cards. But this is one I've seen over the years. And again, I loved buying the silver signature. And then I saw this and I was just like, I got to pull the trigger and get this thing. And so I did. So again, once again, that's that Alex Rodriguez 1994 Collector's Choice gold signature version. So, all right, there. Yes, the Collector's Choice cards are out of the way. I promise I won't show any more of those. And so those don't fit any of my registry sets or anything like that. Those are just obviously nostalgic purchases and things that I've wanted, you know. And so this next card does fit a registry set for me. Like I said, in my last video, I don't register them in the registry. I just basically take the checklist and will buy them and collect them on my own. So basically what I have the checklist that I have is the major cards that I wanted were the 300 great cards of the 20th century, the post-war rookies Hall of Fame set, Hall of Famer post-war rookie Hall of Fame set, and the 100 top cards of the 1980s. So what I did was I created a Google sheet or a G sheet I combined all three of those sets or registry sets into one, and that's my checklist. And so I'm just kind of going through those. And so I'm kind of, to keep myself from going crazy and buying a million cards and spending a ton of money, I'm focusing on more current, and I was working my way back. I mentioned in my last video, I just completed the top 100 cards of the 80s set. And so I'm still waiting on the last card to come in the mail. It was actually, I purchased it, it came in the mail. I sent it back to SGC to get it reholdered to match the other, the newer holders. It was in the older green slab. So as soon as that comes, like I said, I'll show a video on that. But, I'm done with that set. And for the most part, I think I'm done in the 70s. There's 2 cards in the 70s that I still need. I need the 1970 Hank Aaron, the Topps Hank Aaron card. I'm looking for it in an SGC 7, and I just have not seen one up on eBay forever. And they're overpriced a little bit if they are up there. So I'm just kind of waiting till one goes to auction. But the other card is the 1971 Topps Greatest Moments Thurman Munson card. That's a tough card. It's an expensive card. I think I always see a lower grade one on eBay. So I'm kind of just waiting for that, patiently waiting. But now I'm into the 60s, so I'm focusing on the 60s. I have most of the big cards from the 60s, so it's just buying, not all of them. I still need some stuff. But I'm into the 60s, and that's kind of where I'm focused now, unless I go off track like with this collector's choice. So the card I picked up today is part of the 300 great cards of the 20th century. And so this obviously came in the mail today. And so that's the card. So it's the 1966 Topps Sandy Koufax. This was his last card. Well, his last playing days card, minus the, I think 1967 had some leaders cards, but he doesn't have kind of his own individual card in 1967. So 1966 was his last playing days card and his last season as well. And, the thing about Sandy Koufax, which is crazy, and I never really knew this, and it's in the book, when you have the book, the 300 Great Baseball Cards, there's excerpts of why this card is included in that set. And so what I never knew was that, so he basically retired, I guess, in 1966, but he went out on top. I mean, it said he had a 1.79 ERA that season. He had, I think, 27 wins. He had over 300 strikeouts. So, I mean, it's insane. Those are big numbers. And for that to be his last playing day or his last season is insane. I mean, he could have put up so many more numbers and bigger numbers than he did. So I think that's why this card is included in that set. Is because it's his last season, it's his last card, and he went out on top, And that's what's cool about that set, the 300 great baseball cards. It's not the 300 top baseball cards, it's the 300 great baseball cards. So it really does a really good job of just kind of highlighting great moments of the 20th century in baseball, through baseball cards. So that's what it's all about. So it's a fun set to collect. There's great cards in it. And so this is just another one checked off that box for me. And so it's a beautiful card. This is a 6. Centering is not perfect. This is probably as bad of centering as I typically like to purchase. But I'm happy with it. It's a great card. I know I need to do a better job of showing these cards without so much glare, and I will, I promise. I'm still sitting here with bad light behind me. But anyways, that's it. That's all I have for today. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you've stuck with me through this, if you've watched my first video, like I said, I have some more cards coming in the mail that I'm going to show. And so I will, as soon as I get those, I will show them. But until then, happy Friday. Cheers. And see you guys next time.